Hey guys, what's up? I'm coming to you prime time, grind time, and we are going to get after it tonight. And I'm coming to you, actually, usually it's sometime during the day that I do these, but I'm coming to you tonight because I've had a lot of discussions lately that revolve around this, and I want to challenge you, inspire you, encourage you with these things, and hopefully it does just that. So feel free to comment below or whatever on what you think and how this goes. But basically, I've been having the discussion with students, with colleagues, with friends, with people that I do work with, and we've been talking about this quite a bit. And I know you're kind of captivated by that little caption at the top that says "screw them," and that is essentially what I'm going to be talking to you now and challenging you with, and it is simply this. It is the screw them mindset mentality. And for those of you that don't think that the mind is powerful, you will soon find out that it is after discussing some of these things. And so I want to ask you the question, maybe statement. Too many of us, I think, allow others to dictate the direction of our lives. And what do I mean by that? Well, let's think about this for a second. Let's think about this as you think about your life, you think about your work, you think about maybe the relationships that you have with people. But let me ask you this question, do you let the judgment of others steer you in a certain direction? Let me say that again. Do you let the judgment of others steer you in a certain direction? So what do I mean? Well, let me give you some examples, because this is what I hear from a lot of people a lot of times is, you'll never be blank, right? So sometime growing up, sometime in their lives at work, maybe it was working for a boss that they didn't get along with. Maybe it was their parents growing up. Maybe it was a sibling. But they heard, you'll never be. You'll never be this, as maybe you shared with them your life goals and someone you wanted to be someday. And you had that little bit of someone that was close to you, someone that you trusted, someone that you cherished, put you down or whisper that lie in your ear that you'll never be as good as, or you'll never be this because, they go on and on, right? How about so-and-so didn't make it, so you won't. So-and-so couldn't do it, so why do you think you can do it? You're not going to do it, right? It's that, again, small lie that we begin to believe is truth, that some of us allow it to overcome us and take us all the way through our lives. How about this one? Do you know how much that'll cost? I mean, you want to do something like that, but do you really understand how much that's going to cost? Do you know how much time that's going to take? Do you even think that you're capable of doing that? Right? It's this negative mentality of other people speaking into our lives. How about this one? Are you sure you want to put yourself out there like that? Are you sure you want to do that? Because no one else is doing that, and you might look like a fool, right? You might be the one that everyone's going to be talking about and making fun of. Are you sure you want that? Are you sure you want to be compared to all the other agents or all the other people out there that are doing that? Are you sure? And again, then you start second guessing. You start questioning things. Well, I'm here to tell you, people have been asking me this question a lot, like, how do you get up and do this? How do you do this? How do you speak in front of people this? How do you do that? The answer is simple. I've come to the conclusion to have this screw them mentality. And what I mean by that is, Steve Jobs once said, the ones who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones that do. In other words, he's saying the ones who actually believe that they can change the world are the ones that actually are going to be the ones that go change the world. Not just believe it, but put it into action and actually do it. There's a difference between saying you're going to do something and doing something that you say you're going to do, right? Well, here's my point. My point is this. You can let someone dictate the direction of your life by speaking all these non-truths, all these lies into your lives, and you can begin to believe them, and you can begin to fall back into this depression, go along with the average person and what they've believed their entire lives. And sometimes, this is what ticks me off the most and what gets me fired up, because I'm getting fired up right now. What ticks me off is that we have some of our closest friends, some of our spouses, some of our parents, some of our boyfriends, our girlfriends, our best friends, our coworkers,